Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, enemies and friends, welcome to the show that never ends. You are tuned in to On the Real on the R Squared Network, where we keep you up to date on the latest in the world of TV and movies. I'm your host, Steve Johnson, and joining me today is my brother from the same mother, Mr. Johnson.
Hello out there in Facebook and YouTube land.
All right. Why don't we get straight into the news? We got an action-packed show today, right?
Really?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
pretty quick. This is straight and to the point. All news show today. When Mr. Woods come back, we have a very good focal point for you. But let's start it off with the elephant in the room. Rick means business Grimes, and spoiler alert. Can you give him a spoiler alert?
This guy.
Spoiler alert. Just if you didn't watch Walking Dead or you plan on watching Walking Dead, just tune out for the next 5 minutes or so. Rick means business Grimes. Are we good to go? Is still alive.
Yes.
Still alive.
It's crazy.
And
I predicted it here on this show.
it wasn't just you, but yeah.
Yeah, but
we all predicted it.
I predicted it.
Okay.
You said
Courtney,
they better not kill him or you were done with the show. You
I
asked
did
me,
say that. I did say
you
that.
didn't say that you believed that he wasn't going to die.
No,
though.
but I did though, and me and Courtney even talked about it way before.
Yeah.
Exactly what me and Courtney talked about, which was that's why they was bringing in Type A and Type B thing, and then he was gonna be the Jadis was gonna fly him out. Now I had no idea because this is what I really wanted to talk about, right? It's great that he's alive. I left watching. I was very
I was
apprehensive going into the show.
Yeah.
I thought that like I knew Carl was dead, so when they did his final episode, like I didn't care anymore because I had processed it.
Yeah.
Even though I knew what was coming with Rick, I still wasn't fully able to process it because you don't kill Rick.
No, you can't.
You can't kill Rick.
Rick doesn't die. Michonne told you, mother.
We don't die.
We don't die. We
Now,
multiply.
What I want to know is how do you feel about the Rick trilogy?
I'm with it, man. I'm here for it. I'm gonna see every one of them.
And what if the Rick trilogy is him trying to make his way back to Alexandria in order to get to the series finale of
You're
Walking
gonna get
Dead?
like one Rick movie for the next 3 years, and then it's gonna be like 3 more seasons of Walking Dead or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or
I mean,
2 more
he
seasons.
has to come back, like at least for the series finale. And it's like he would have made his way back there.
Yeah.
Now, here's another fun fact.
He gonna come back with the cure.
In honor of Mr. Woods, fun fact, and this was to not a lot of fanfare.
Yeah.
This was also Maggie's last show.
Yeah. And they didn't announce it because nobody cared at all.
What kind of effery is that?
Who gives a shit, right?
But just like that, Lauren Cohen gone.
It's like it's done. Nobody cares.
And they were like, she might come back, but she's done for this season. She ain't coming back. That's because she wanted to play hardball on the contract.
Yeah, it was like, we don't need you. We could just bring in new characters. If we don't need Rick on the show, you think we need you?
Yeah, but they do need Rick.
But you're still going to watch it because you're going to wait for Rick to come back.
No, I'm watching Rick movies. And when they tell me Rick is coming back, because they're going to telegraph it. Listen.
Nah, because when Rick come back, then you're not going to know all these new people.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
So you have
let me ask you a question.
Yes, you're hooked.
I want to put this out there, right? Because you're saying that, right? But how do you feel whenever you have to watch?
If they're expanding the universe, right, and they got the Morgan show because they killed off everybody on Fair. It's not just the Morgan show. And now Rick got his own solo movies. And now they got the Walking Dead show. When they bring that all in for that big...
Yeah, I'll watch that.
War shit, you have to watch
that's
it all.
No, you don't have to watch it all. Do you watch?
You have to watch Iron Fist.
Okay.
So you can get to the Defenders.
because of Iron Fist, I stopped watching the whole of everything. Now, what I'm asking you is, do you watch Fear the Walking Dead? No, you don't.
The Morgan show. I should because it's just the Morgan show.
I know, but you don't watch it.
Maybe I'll watch it next season.
No, you won't. Because you started watching it this season, and then you was like, F that. After the first 2 episodes. So my point is,
after the first one, I didn't watch it.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is,
I don't get that kind of time.
Know how you always complain about this when they put filler episodes like with Oceanside or the Garbage Mouth people, and you're like, yo, I don't care about any of this. That's what the whole of Walking Dead is going to be now without Rick. And are you telling me you gonna be here for that. I know you're gonna give it a couple of weeks, but be honest with yourself. Look into your soul and tell me you gonna care when you know Rick ain't showing up. I know I'm watching those Rick movies.
All I'm saying is, with what they do, they better blow my mind. The next 3 episodes, they better blow my mind.
Okay, we'll see.
That's what they have to give me to get me to keep watching it.
Every week is basically a filler episode.
Yes, it's filler.
How pissed off do you get with those episodes where Rick don't show up?
Yeah.
How do you do? Why every time you have said, and I have agreed with you, is that like, yo, this whole thing was a waste of time. Remember the episode with Morgan where he was learning Tai Chi?
Okay, what if they step up the fight choreography and they have them doing some like flips and all type of other shit, and it's just like it's shot differently and it's just way better?
Nah, B.
It could be better.
It could be better, but I'm not gonna care about anybody.
We'll see. I'm gonna give it a chance. Is all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna.
You're gonna watch Daryl Grunt, and you're gonna watch Negan, who's a bitch now. Try to beg people to let him out.
They're gonna just they're gonna exile him.
They're not gonna exile him. He's still locked up 6 years later. Okay.
Is he?
Yes. So now the other thing that they said is Rick is just the beginning of it. They're gonna be bringing back other characters and giving them like some prequel, some future stuff.
Maybe wherever they're at gets overrun and they just gotta let him out, and then he just gets free.
Maybe he saves somebody, and what I really think is gonna happen, and remember I called it now. The way he's gonna get out is because
the kid.
No. This chick, not Rick's daughter.
Save Judith. You gonna save
Judith?
Jacket?
No. Judith is. He's gonna build a relationship with Judith, and Judith is gonna make the call to let him out.
Yeah.
And then Michonne's just gonna have to listen. Now here's what we also didn't address. 6 years later, did Rick actually knock up Michonne?
Well, we'll see if we have a little mulatto baby the next episode, won't we?
Listen.
Because that'd be such a waste if Rick didn't shoot up the club before he left. Unless
he was shooting blanks.
Nah, Carl was his.
Maybe Carl was Shane's too.
You never know.
Think about it. They was lifelong friends. It could have happened. Okay.
Don't you put that erectile dysfunction shit on Rick.
Okay, but I know we talked about this last night, but like if you had to rate last night's episode, like on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it? I know that Rick is alive, but
I would rate
it in its totality.
I liked it. I felt like it was a good send off for Rick because it's just like I'm glad that it's like he didn't die by rebar. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Like, whoops. You know what I'm saying? You just heard the banana peel slip.
Yeah. That horse, man. But anyway, I would give last night's episode like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's why I said last night 7 out of 10.
But as long as but again, they won me at the end because Rick is still alive.
Yeah.
So it's still grime time. All right,
it's not horribly disfigured. Even though that's bullshit, and he would have super bled out.
Of course. He walked miles by himself, riding a horse, moving up and down, falling asleep. He would have been super dead.
Yes.
But
even pulling himself off the rebar, like he would have been dead then. Like, because there's no way he would have got away in time with them swarming on him like that.
Exactly. They should have just said it cut him on the side and he was bleeding. And then he's
bleeding so much that you're hallucinating.
But traveling miles.
Yes, and hallucinating in the hot Georgia fucking sun.
And waking up every time he needed to wake up.
Wake up, nigga. Wake up.
As soon as you about to get bit. Okay. So also moving on to the next thing. Details have finally emerged about Fox's Deadpool PG-13 Deadpool movie.
Deadpool.
And it has a title.
Yes.
Once Upon a Deadpool.
Oh.
That's actually the title, yes.
Yes.
More information, it is only a limited run from December 12th until I think Christmas Eve or something like that.
All the guns with super soakers.
That would be hilarious. If they do that, that would be so good. Basically, they said all the extra film that they needed was filmed in one day.
Yeah.
Which is just Deadpool and Fred Savage with the whole Princess Bride setup.
Yeah. I was just watching that movie like 2 days ago.
Another fun fact about this movie, they are donating $1 of every ticket sale to the F Cancer campaign. But they're renaming it for just the 2-week period that the film will be out, because it's only going to be out for 2 weeks. They're renaming it to Fudge Cancer. Yes, which is a play. Yes. I'm just trying to get through it. It is a play on the whole toning down the R-rated thing. Yes. Right? Because you have to take out your F-bombs.
Yes.
It's genius.
Yes.
Now what I want to know is how much money.
Deadpool was a family movie anyway.
Dysfunctional family movie.
Yeah.
How much money
isn't everything on TV dysfunctional families?
How much money do you think it will make in the 2-week run? Because really, this is just so that they could say that it made more than the first one.
Oh, $300 million.
In 2 weeks, you think it's gonna make $300 million?
No, I'm sorry. 500 million it commits in 2 weeks.
$500 million.
Yes. Worldwide?
No, that's not going to happen at all. I don't even think it's getting released worldwide. I'm pretty sure it might just be an America thing. 500 million in 2. This thing is lucky if it will make.
I mean, how much did Venom make?
What do you mean?
How much did Venom
so far?
Yes.
It's at 540.
And how long has it been out?
Like, this is the 3rd week it's been out.
So why is that implausible?
Because people haven't seen Venom yet. Like, this is a movie they've already seen.
Venom has.
Okay,
no, but
let me stop you right there. It's lucky if it makes $20 million.
We'll see.
In 2 weeks.
We'll see.
For a movie that everyone has already seen.
But you're gonna see.
This is like releasing a director's cut, thinking it's gonna do more than the first one.
You're gonna go see it again, though. And
yeah, I'm gonna go see it. Not $500 million worth of people are gonna see it.
We'll see.
Okay, so you're saying 500 million in 2 weeks. That's your number.
3 to 5.
3 to 500 million.
Yes, somewhere in that range.
I'm saying 20 million.
Okay.
If they're lucky. Somebody back me up.
Anything's possible.
Okay. Now, also,
is this still coming out next month?
Yeah, December 12th. That's when it drops.
No trailer.
No trailer yet.
That's crazy.
So
what else is dropping then?
What else is dropping that?
Aquaman?
Yeah, Aquaman is coming. I actually wanted to talk about Aquaman. And we're not up to Aquaman yet, so I'll get back to that. But there's a lot of other movies like Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Will be out at the same time. And there's one other one, and then the following week is Aquaman, Bumblebee, and Mary Poppins, y'all. Now,
unless it's young.
What else? Oh, the Robin Hood movie, but nobody's gonna watch that crap. Okay, moving on.
Why Will Smith still making Robin Hood movies?
Honestly, this looks like it could be in the same world as that King Arthur movie that came out. It's filmed in the same kind of way, the way they talk. It's not done by Guy Ritchie.
Is there a bunch of special effects and shit?
Yes.
I gotta see, because if it's just some motherfucker shooting arrows.
No. It's a
lot. Exploding arrows?
Exploding arrows and like stuff, death-defying stuff. It's just watch the trailer. I'll show you the trailer after. The point is, yeah. We're moving on. You brought it back up. Moving on, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence have officially confirmed on their separate Instagram accounts that Bad Boys 3 is finally happening.
What you gonna do?
Which means they gave Martin his $20 million.
Was that what was holding up?
They both needed their $20 million, and you know Will Smith was getting it.
I don't think it was that. They had to find a script that was workable.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think it was a money thing and a scheduling thing.
Martin was like, you have to give me $20 million, or he won't do it.
Yes,
you think Martin?
He did that.
How many movies has Martin done in the past 5 years?
Doesn't matter. The movie doesn't work without him. You can't do it without him.
They wasn't gonna do one, but I don't think it was because he was holding it up. Because for a while it seemed like he needed this more than Will needed it, and it's just they're like, yo, Will, come on, do it, and Will's doing him a favor.
Funkmaster Flex says this is definitely a favor.
I don't think it was because Martin demanded. Because Martin can't say he wants $20 million. He's not hot out here.
He got $20 million for the last one.
That don't mean they pay you what they think you're worth now.
Yeah, for this movie, not for another movie. For this movie, because you can't make it without him, he's worth the $20 million. If the movie goes and makes $700 million, it's worth paying him $20 million.
We'll see. They was just trying to, but Martin announced this a while ago, and he'd been talking about it for like
because he wanted that $20 million.
No, but he said they wanted a workable script. But don't try to say it like, oh, he won because.
What's wrong with him wanting that? I would do the same thing.
But that's what you feel held it up.
Yeah, and Will Smith's schedule.
Okay. Because Will Smith's been doing a lot of stuff and trying to get his son's acting career popping.
Speaking of Will Smith, that
Red Table Talk popping for his wife.
Right. Speaking of Red Table Talk and Will Smith, since we're just talking about Bad Boys, you ever notice how Will Smith was just on the top of the world, top of everything, and then he kind of like slowed down the stuff he was putting out
because he was trying to make his son into him.
He has two sons.
The one who wants to act.
Right, but when he finally came on the Red Table Talk with the family, he came and he talked about how at that time when like everything, like he was just doing blockbuster after blockbuster, and then he had Willow, he was putting Willow out, and Jaden was blowing up as well with the Karate Kid stuff. Willow had a breakdown, and it made him realize that there's more important things than just being the number right. So he wanted to basically he purposely slowed down his career and the stuff that he took
to be more family oriented.
Yes, to be closer to his family.
His son was out here wilding out wearing dresses and shit.
I think that was after, and Jaden is still liable to wear a dress, which is fine.
Hey man, it's 2018.
I think he has the most confidence of any kid that age.
Yeah, man.
When your pops is Will Smith,
he's free. He's truly free because he says he does that shit because it's just that like he knows how ridiculous he looks, but like, and I don't care what people think. You know how free that is, and people are bugging out because of it. Look at him. Look at how they're reacting, just because of clothes. And
the other thing is like, oh, okay, wait, hold on. So Duran is here.
What up?
And Jesse Willie Roberts. So Duran says he thinks it's $20 million. Courtney says Willow is effing up the bag.
Yeah. She had that way my hair back and forth, and she was about to be out of here.
And then she cut her hair off, literally right before they were supposed to go on stage.
Yeah.
Because he was like, yo, we got to go. I got everything set up. She's like, I'm not doing it. And he's like, what are you talking about? People are here. Cut her hair off.
Yeah, she went full Britney Spears, bro. Full Britney Spears.
Jesse says
like, I would have took a freaking lace front and be like, you better get your ass out there. Freaking glue that shit on her head.
No. But Jesse says the Red Table Talk was real talk. It's a good series. I've watched a few of them. They are pretty good. But I think Will Smith realized like, yo, I don't need any more money.
You don't.
He don't have to work again, nor do his kids have to work a day in their lives.
Nope.
So
and he's not a Scientologist,
right? And at that point, you should be doing the stuff you want to do because you got to think what's more important.
He's living his best life. He ain't going back and forth with you N-words.
Does he need another $200 or $300 million and then let his kids grow up crazy, or should he spend the time with his family because he's already going to be comfortable and just do the stuff that he wants?
But here's a little secret.
I respect that.
Here's a little secret that could be said of anyone. You should spend more time with your family. Everyone. You should spend that quality time, game night, family vacations, just sitting around the table.
No, I know, but some people have to struggle to pay a mortgage, right? Yeah. Or the family will be homeless.
Yes.
That is not the case with Will Smith.
I get it. But still, wealth does not bring happiness.
Courtney says $300 million could pay for therapy. Yeah. It's easy, man. And Jesse says he realized family was the most important thing. I respect that. Yes. But what was Martin doing all this time?
Running through the streets naked.
Okay.
Bugging the hell out.
Okay. All right. On to the next thing. Now, how do you feel about this? We know that Disney is doing the streaming service, right? Yes. Because Bob Iger can't let everybody forget about it on the investor calls.
Oh, you invested?
Not in Disney, no.
Why?
What? Because we report on that stuff. You can't,
Okay.
You got to have some morals and standards.
Trade secrets I have?
Now, anyway.
Insider trading on this show.
No, it's journalistic standards.
Yeah.
I don't got no inside information. Anyways, now the thing is, we know that they were planning a what's the name of this thing? Scarlet Witch and what's it, Loki show?
Yeah.
They are
Scarlet
also
Witch and Loki, or Scarlet Witch and Vision.
Scarlet Witch, Loki, 2 different shows.
Okay.
Loki's getting the show. Scarlet Witch is getting the show.
So Loki's not dead. He faked it.
Same way Spider-Man didn't fake it. It is not dead. And it could be a prequel. It could be a prequel. We don't know. Anyway, Tom Hiddleston is going to be in it. So the actors themselves are playing it, and they're getting big budgets, like HBO style budgets, to do these shows. Not
like Game of Thrones.
Not shoestring budgets like Arrow and Flash or Agents of Shield, or to some extent, Daredevil and Punisher, like big budgets.
Yeah.
Right. So that's interesting because they're saying they're gonna do it at movie quality for these limited
all
series.
These Marvel Netflix shows, even though I love Daredevil, it's a very cheaply made show.
Yes, right. So they're not going to do that, and I'm sure they're not going to have like the $100 million special effects, but it will be the quality of thinking that you could watch this in a theater, and I find that super interesting. But what I find even more interesting,
I would super pay for that.
On top of that, but wait, there's more. They're planning a Bucky and Falcon series, or Winter Soldier and Falcon series. Huh? Sam and Bucky? Are you here for that?
Yeah, their chemistry is very funny on screen.
Oh, especially in Civil War, which is really the only time they hung out with each other.
The whole "I hate you" thing. You know. Or when they was both giving Cap yeah, that's my guy.
And then he's like, "Can you move over a little bit?" And he was like, "No." This would be great. Great buddy cop.
A
great buddy cop show. I can't wait for that. I'm super excited for that. Now, it's just feeling like it really feels like that's like enough. Okay, I'm canceling Hulu, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to take my Hulu money and give it to Disney.
Pretty much.
Although it would be going to Disney anyway because they would own 60% of Hulu after this Fox deal goes through. But that's neither here nor there.
I cancel Netflix and just get freaking
No, you
Disney
wouldn't.
stuff.
You can't do that. Watch your mouth.
Why?
Easy there, buddy.
Disney has everything that I'm interested in.
Easy.
Nah, I'm lying because freaking Netflix has mad, Dave Chappelle and other comedy
and
stuff.
all the obscure stuff. Not to mention the animated I've recently been getting into.
So that shit.
Super excited about that. I like Courtney says, I'll allow it. All right, now we're moving fast and furious here. No pun intended. Now this is a good one. Remember the whole James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy debacle? Your favorite topic.
Again, fake news.
The thing that never goes away. This is real news.
Yeah.
Apparently, fans of the Guardian series and specifically
their own money.
James Gunn fans have spent money to put up a billboard outside of Disneyland in California that says "Rehire James Gunn." Right? Just reminding everybody.
Is there no
and
protest
keeping it
to
in.
Tell people take it down?
You can't take it down. They paid for the ads. You know what this reminds me of? And obviously, this, like, nobody's daughter got murdered.
Let the locks go.
But this is 3 billboards in Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah.
Or 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
That's a movie?
That was the movie, right? That won the Oscar for Frances McDormand. Got the Oscar for that. Woody Harrelson was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for that.
What was the premise of this movie? Because
her daughter was murdered, and the police couldn't figure out who did it, and she felt like they were being lazy, so she rented 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri, saying that the cops are complicit and they're not doing their job, and that's basically what the movie is around. The uneasiness after she rented those billboards, saying, "Why did they let my daughter get murdered?"
Yeah. And so did this get people to come forward?
I don't know. Spoilers for the movie.
It's an old movie.
Came out a year ago. People might still see it. The point is,
but this is an actual thing that happened, so that I could just Google it.
Maybe. I'm not sure if it's a real. It might have just been based on. Anyway, besides the point. So this is like life imitating art, but this life is about art. So it's a real circle jerk. But is that petty, or should they just keep that in Disney's face.
Why
Like,
not?
we're not going to let you forget this.
No, I mean, that's just fans supporting a movie that they
Oh,
love.
So it was real. Jessie says that she's in Missouri and she remembers that. That's dope. We would love to hear about it. I thought it was like a made up thing.
I'll Google it after the show.
But
James Gunn, yeah, the fans just love his stuff. The fans love Guardians. Freaking, my guy Drax Batista, he supports his guy. He probably the one put half the money up.
That would be hilarious, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, on some 50 Cent trolling Ja Rule shit.
If you don't know what LeVar is talking about, 50 Cent had beef with Ja Rule, the rapper that you may or may not remember. And Ja Rule had a show.
50 Cent
and
bought out the 200 seats in the front row just so it shouldn't be empty, and he'd have to perform.
Hashtag petty. But you know what? I don't think it's petty because this is the fans punching up. It's not like they're not punching down. Disney's the big.
If somebody could do some dumb shit on Twitter to get him fired, why can't they do some shit to get him rehired?
Now, where's your money on? Hey, they don't want to mess up the church's money, so as soon as the Fox deal is closed, they hire him back.
Yeah, why not? They'd be like, yeah, we'll pay.
Guardians on hold.
Yeah, quit that freaking DC shit right now, guy. He's like, quit that Suicide Squad shit.
Unless. Hold on. What if this is Kevin Feige really playing the long game? They staged the whole firing thing so that DC could pick him up and then he could go and ruin all their movies. Why do I say that? Yeah. I just finished reading the book Slugfest, the story of the 50-year war between Marvel and DC, and Stan Lee used to do shit like that all the time, send spies over to DC.
Espionage.
It's crazy. It's just playing out now in the movies that used to play out with comic book publishing. Yeah. It could all be spies.
Yes.
And Marvel would get spies, see what they was doing, and then go do it better.
Exactly. They sent this dude that freaking, what's his name? Who originally directed Avengers. They sent him over there to go ruin Justice League. And then it was just like, okay, you go over there and go ruin this shit too.
We know they're going to want you. And then you can come right back to us. Jesse says, no, the mom was so frustrated with the lack of police work. She took matters into her own hands and had the billboards put up to get the police to do their due diligence.
I figured that.
You goddamn right.
I knew that. I didn't see the movie.
And that's why she won the Oscar for it.
Yeah. But did they do their due diligence is what I was trying.
They tried.
So they never caught the people?
And the movie ended up being more about, they really did take the law into their own hands. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
That's all. That's where I will leave it. Now, moving on. So, in other news of movies no one asked for, Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott is officially working on Gladiators 2 or Gladiator 2.
Maximus is dead.
Yeah, it's called. I don't know if you know the title.
Yeah.
Right. The working title is Gladiator 2: Electric Boogaloo.
You lie.
No.
The lies. The lies you tell.
But Maximus is dead. So what I understand that it's going to be about is,
and they killed his wife with a shot.
Yes. So and he went to go see his family, and it ended perfectly. Joaquin Phoenix's character, which I can't remember his name right now, in that movie.
Maybe he woke up in Mount Olympus, and now he got to fight the Greek gods or some shit.
Or that's how you parlay into a God of War movie. Or when he fell, a helicopter came and picked him up, and they told him he was a type B.
And sent him go to space. You see, there you go. It's all coming together.
And Russell Crowe is the first zombie.
Yes.
He's the one who caused the zombie outbreak.
It's like 6 degrees of Russell Crowe.
But it's basically supposed to be about, I don't know, Commodus. Commodus was Joaquin Phoenix's character in there. So it's going to be about Commodus's son. And
That's
basically, what?
The son who was there rooting for Maximus?
Yes.
So he becomes a gladiator. What? He becomes a slave?
Maybe. Probably not. But I know after Commodus, like if the history books will tell you, that was like Rome started to fall after that. So maybe it's like him presiding over a falling Rome. Who the hell knows?
So the Commodus' son ended up ruling?
He had to. His pops died.
What about his aunt or like that lady or whoever?
They didn't let women rule in Rome at that time.
Oh.
So you know, I mean, I'm here for it. Like I'm all about sword and sandals. So
Yeah,
if you make it, I'll watch it. But nobody asked for it.
I'm not gonna see it. It's not a Marvel movie or a comic book movie.
Courtney says, was his name Nero? I don't know. Jessie, says she's curious to see where Ridley Scott is going to take this. Wonder if it's going to be about Commodus. It's his nephew, not his son. It's his nephew.
See, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, because his sister, yes, who Maximus was probably gonna, you know. Yes, that was his nephew. Now, the thing about Ridley, I don't know how I'm excited that Ridley Scott is doing it, because Ridley Scott has been very hit or miss recently. I was a fan of Prometheus, but then you had Alien Covenant, which was hot garbage.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna flop. Nobody cares.
And you know, you never know what you're gonna get. But then
It's not gonna be do no blockbuster numbers. People might see it, but it's not doing no blockbuster numbers. It might make a slight profit, but it's not doing no numbers because nobody cares about shit like that. The only shit that makes big money is like these big sci-fi, like you know, comic book movies.
Not always true. Look at Mission Impossible 6.
I said sci-fi and comic book.
That's not sci-fi or comics.
Man, they do like all type of
shit. It's an action movie. That's not sci-fi. Sci-fi is science fiction.
Where they have technology that does not exist.
No,
it's sci-fi.
It's not sci-fi. You're reaching. That's
yes,
a reach.
If you have technology
that's a super
that does
reach.
Not exist,
and Courtney, no, Prometheus was not trash. Go and check your facts. Now, did Prometheus have some problems? Yes. But nothing near as bad as what Alien Covenant was.
If
My God, it was garbage.
An invention, right? That's science, right? And if it does not exist,
in that
fiction,
case,
right?
every movie is science fiction. So everything's science fiction. Okay. You lose.
I'm right.
You lose.
I'm right though.
You'll lose.
I'm right though. It's science fiction. It's action.
The point is,
it's espionage. It's multi-genre.
Okay, so then how do you explain Pirates of the Caribbean, or how do you explain Harry Potter?
Harry Potter?
That's science fiction too?
Yes, that's science fiction. Because magic is science and it's fiction, so it's science fiction.
Okay, stop it. You're doing too much.
Yes, that's science fiction.
It's too much.
I'm right though.
You're doing too much. Courtney says trash truck juice for Prometheus. Wow. Easy, man. I think you're confusing it with Alien Covenant. Okay, it was tolerable. Let's leave it there. Jessie says, in her opinion, Gladiator shouldn't have a part 2. She felt it ended perfectly. You are wise. You are wise, Jessie. Now, what Courtney says you should say is sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah.
That's what you should say. But none of that would fall under Mission Impossible. So the point is, all you got to do is make a good movie. It doesn't matter the genre, because look how much money all these horror movies, it making all $700 million. How about that? How about them apples?
Yeah.
So there's
that. Depends when stuff comes out.
Now, on our last topic for today, is a very easy one. James Wan says he is officially wrapped, not just filming, but editing, special effects. Everything is done on Aquaman, and he's going to take a much-needed break. The whole movie is finished. I have 2 questions for you.
They should
One,
drop it next week.
Should they drop it early?
Yes.
Will they drop it early? And I have one more question, but answer those.
They should drop it early.
To get out of the bloodbath?
If you're trying to make the most money you can, people already know the Aquaman movie is coming because y'all been in our face with it. Every toy store you go to, they got Aquaman shit on the shelf. It's been on shelves for months, so we know it's coming. We've seen the advertisement. We've seen 5 minutes of the movie. We know the whole synopsis of the movie. So you could if you drop it next week, all you have to do is say Aquaman this day, and everybody will be at the theater. If you're trying to make the most money you can possibly make, drop it early so you're not there with all this other competition of Deadpools and the whatever other swarm. The
you don't think they would have to announce that a little bit earlier that they're gonna bring? Because like
Okay,
a lot
so
of the
drop it in 2
marketing they
weeks.
do, a lot of the marketing, I think they should drop it December 1st, right? Because that gives you 3 weeks till the bloodbath, or 2 weeks until the beginning of the bloodbath. I don't think you can drop it this month, but I think you can drop it like December 1st or whatever Friday or that is.
They could say Thanksgiving, and everybody go see it.
They could absolutely do that. It would cost them a lot of money to tell, because right now everybody's thinking December. It would.
Yeah.
You have to ask, are you gonna gain more than you're gonna make by spending all the money to let people know it's
people are
coming?
already together with their family, and it was like, we just ate low. Let's go do something. Aquaman's out. Let's go see that. Boom. Now you got mad money.
Yeah, but I think they got to go against Crimes of Grindelwald, and do you want to go against Harry Potter on Thanksgiving?
Yes,
I don't know
because
if that's
nobody
why.
gives a shit because it ain't the Harry Potter kids no more.
The last Harry Potter joint made almost $800 million, and this
What's
is
that?
probably
The
going to make
freaking,
more.
Beasts, Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, yes.
Oh,
So this is the new one. Yeah, this is probably going to make more than that one. Johnny Depp's in it. We'll see. I think
Depp still has acting work?
Yeah. I think in the first one, it's very weird because in Fantastic Beasts,
because Johnny Depp put his stink on it.
In Fantastic Beasts,
Johnny
Colin
Depp is
Farrell was playing Grindelwald.
Yeah.
But we found out that he was actually just shape-shifting his face to look like Colin Farrell, but it was really Johnny Depp under the mask the whole time. So now this movie has Johnny Depp. I think they could have just kept Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell, and we're just gonna be like, we're gonna say it's Johnny Depp now.
No, I mean it was supposed to be the big reveal at the end, but it's like you didn't need to do that. You could have just kept Colin Farrell because he was a very convincing
the last
villain.
One they revealed it was Johnny Depp.
Yes, at the end of it. One more thing I want to say: if you didn't like the other Harry Potter movies, I think you will like this because this is like Harry Potter for adults.
But Harry Potter's not in it.
No, he's not. It
So
takes
why
place
you
like
Harry Potter?
Because it's in the same world.
It's from the same author.
Same author, yes, J.K. Rowling. And the same
so you
director.
Shouldn't call it Harry Potter at all.
Here's the thing. It takes place in the same world.
So what are they teachers at the school at Hogwarts?
No, it's a little more than that. They show you the whole world of it, but Hogwarts plays into it. But also, it is from the same director as the Harry Potter movies.
It's in the
same writers. Yes. So
where's Harry? When are they gonna make a movie with Harry all grown up?
I don't know, but I'm saying everybody in this movie is grown up. They're not following kids in the school. It's adults, which is why I think you might like it.
All grown up.
They are, and maybe they will. Maybe they will. But this is a prequel.
A prequel, okay.
So he wouldn't show up in this.
So unless Harry's in it, I don't care because Harry is the one.
Yeah, but you never watched the other Harry Potter movies anyway.
Every single one of them Harry Potter movies.
Have you really?
Once. At least once I've watched all.
I only saw the last two.
Yeah, I've seen like every single.
That's
one
crazy.
Once.
I didn't know that. I learned something new about you today.
They're very forgettable. It's Quidditch and like Alakazam.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The new ones are not like that. It's very different from the vibe that I got from the Harry
big
Potter
snakes
stuff.
And big this and big that.
Here it's just like, yo, we doing magic. What? Yeah. And we fighting with magic.
Like when I watch it, it's just like, okay, I don't really care. I'm just watching it because it's on.
Okay.
Like
yeah, I've only seen the last
I'm
two.
I'm not invested in it, but I've seen like every single one of them.
Now, Jessie says she can't wait for Aquaman. As for when they drop it, depends on what else is coming out. They will hold it up till they can drop it for the most money. Just has to make sure there isn't a bigger movie coming out. I mean, it doesn't matter. From this point, it's always going to be. From Crimes of Grindelwald drops, it's a big movie every week. So whenever they drop it, they're going up against somebody. The difference is, do they want to go up against one big movie or 6 big movies? Courtney says, y'all bugging. Stop fronting on Harry.
Harry's is a kid's movie, so I don't take it.
Yo, I never really rock with Harry Potter. Sorry. What?
I would watch a Harry Potter grown, though, like in adult situations.
But that's what this new Fantastic Beast is like.
But Harry's
it's not Harry. No, but you got Newt Scamander. Nah?
There's nothing for me.
You don't rock with the Newt?
I know the Harry Potter name, and the fact that they're grown, I would watch that.
I think you would like this. I think this is a primer for an adult Harry Potter. That's all I'm saying.
You like British film?
Yeah, I'm all about the BBC.
Okay. There's
basically
two meanings of that.
What, easy.
What are your Pornhub searches?
Just you relax yourself there, buddy. Courtney says the last 5 were adult movies. The last 5 Harry Potter movies were adult movies.
Oh, The Prisoner of Azkaban? What's that one about?
Azkaban.
Azkaban, okay. I think we said the same thing.
On that note, Netflix report, and we can finally get out of here. So I told you guys I am watching an anime on Netflix. That's what I'm doing right now because I did
Anime Bullock.
I did Daredevil and I did Hill House Haunting. So what I've been spending time with on Netflix right now is The 7 Deadly Sins, and it is Courtney's laughing at your BBC jokes, but The 7 Deadly Sins anime I'm watching right now, very good. The next thing on my list for Netflix is The Outlaw King. This is basically like the sequel to Braveheart. Because they're following Robert the Bruce. Okay. And Chris Pine is playing him. Also, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Kick-Ass, is his right-hand man, and he has a very convincing Scottish accent. Speaking of Kick-Ass, you think because in Avengers that bouncing through time, he's making a cameo in the next one? He could. Yeah. I hope Avengers 4 doesn't turn out to be just like Marvel's greatest hits, like what they did with Rick's last episode. I don't need Avengers 4 to be a 7. I need it to be an 11. They're going to show you a lot of, like, time jumping and them younger and shit like that and shit that we didn't see, them eating shawarma, dumb shit. What if the whole movie is just them eating shawarma? And shit. And Thor's roommate, Dave. All right, that's it. So, now we're done. I just want to say this is the last announcement for today. We have created a Patreon account for the R Squared Network. And if you could go to patreon.com/R Squared Network, all one word, no dash, you can help support us, make the show, and we can make the show better. So if for just 25 cents a day, you could buy a Gatorade full of R. Yeah, but we do this as a labor of love. So just if you could find it in your pockets and wallets to help us out, please do so. Again, patreon.com/R Squared Network. Dime, a quarter, it all adds up. Whatevs, right? And the other thing is we will, if we get to 1,000 patrons, we're going to create a new private show that is just for the patrons. Yeah. And joining the Patreon also gets you direct access to our Discord account, so you can talk to us directly anytime you want. Private cam shows. Easy, man. Easy. That's for the premium subscribers. Come on. Also, so when Mr. Woods comes back, we have a very special focal point to discuss. We're going to discuss why don't we see more African American, or as I like to say, black leads in horror movies. Why aren't there more black people in horror movies? Because we mind our goddamn business. I'll tell you what. If my house, we don't run towards danger, bro. If we go the other way. If a ghost was haunting me and saying it's their house, they're gonna have to pay some rent. Yeah, you can stay there. All you rock squad one, I'm out. Your house. Yeah, word. Let me know how that works out. Now, so I'm looking forward to talking about that. So we'll talk about that when Mr. Woods comes back. And tomorrow on the second page, our politics show, we are doing live midterms coverage. So tune in. Take your black ass out there and go vote. Yes. All of y'all mother effers. Wake up early and go do that shit. No excuse. F is wrong with you. That is our shit. You got this. The Republicans been in power for the past 10 years, my guy. 10 years. And look at all this dumb shit. That you better go vote. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. But you know who you should vote for. That's all I'm going to say. Shit. This ain't the politics show, but go vote. The fuck. Yes. Second page tomorrow. Live midterms coverage. When Mr. Woods comes back, special focal point. Why aren't there more black lead horror movies? And that's about it, folks. Tell them where they can find you.
But yeah. That's all, folks. You can find me at the Dude Abides with a Z and a couple periods in between. And you can find me at LeVar Johnson on your Facebooks. Yeah.
All right. And you can find me on your favorite social media network, as long as it's not Snapchat, at Steve A.M. Johnson. And I have some other big things coming very
Big things are going 2004.
I'm talking about video games, cartoon shows, comic books, and novels. More to come soon. Don't worry. That's all, folks. Hugs, not drugs. Thanks for watching. And thank you, Courtney, and thank you, Jessica.
Yeah.
Jesse. Sorry.
Shout out to Ronnie.
And Duran. Everybody's awesome.
Yeah.